morning, or evening if you're watching this later in the day. I just thought I'd share with you a quick little story that I hope might encourage you, although it was a bit shocking at the time. Okay, so if we go back about 15 years ago, David was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He had brachytherapy treatment for it, which was kind of new at that time. It wasn't the traditional route. That involves planting like hundreds of little radioactive seeds into the nether regions. So that treatment went rather well. Now, I was with him in the specialist's office before the treatment when he was told that he would be sterile, and if he wanted to have any more children, it would be best to go off and see a specialist in that area prior to the treatment. And we were like, it's all good, thanks. So that's interesting in itself, but years beforehand, he'd been told that he was sterile anyway and he'd never have kids, but miraculously he did. Well, not by himself, but his wife at the time. Awkward. Okay, we're in the clear. That's it. I'm sorry I'm bumping around. You're on my bed. Ooh. Sorry. We're in the boudoir. Sorry. Guess what? I was 40 years old at the time. It was not, for various reasons, it was not appropriate for this 40-year-old woman at the time to conceive a child. I was late. I thought that's really odd. Surely. So I trotted off to the supermarket, picked up a pregnancy test and tried it out. Oh, that can't be right. They're not always accurate. I asked my dear beloved to trot off to the pharmacy. Far more reliable test from the pharmacy, surely. Tried it out and no, that can't be right, because just, he's sterile. I'm 40 years old. I think I'm just going through menopause, maybe a little early or something. So I trotted off to the doctor. He decided to do a pregnancy test. Oh, well, that's got to be thorough, isn't it? I mean, it's the doctor. 3 tests. How does that happen? How? It was actually a somewhat, I will put it delicately, inappropriate time for me to conceive a child. Read into that what you will. Now it's 12, nearly 13 years later, and I have the most gorgeous child. I would never ever be without her. I had had recurrent miscarriages. I was now coming up to 41 years old, and yeah, I was kind of old, and the sperm may have been affected by the radioactive treatment, and I didn't know quite what was going to happen as far as the pregnancy was concerned. We went along to his specialist and he scratched his head. He was the same specialist who told David that he would be sterile. He looked at David, he looked at me, he looked at Exhibit A. There were a few words of caution. He didn't actually know how this would affect the baby. There may be some little quirks with having radioactive as part of the conception. Awkward. But you know what? Perfectly healthy. In fact, I was complimented at the birth on a perfectly healthy placenta that was evident of a non-smoker and a non-drinker, and you all know how I feel about alcohol during pregnancy. Not a drop. I don't drink anyway. So there you have it. You may be told one thing. You may find that God has another plan. So he was sterile on 2 counts. I was unlikely to conceive on account of my age, as well as previous medical history and previous miscarriages that I'd had. So somehow everything just, I mean dovetailed. Dovetailed. Sorry. So there you have it. I would not have it any other way. So blessed. I don't know why, but I'm so blessed and so thankful. So have a little hope. Oh, and the prostate cancer, bye bye. Brachytherapy worked a treat for him. It's been 15 years now and he's doing very well on it. Bye.